Okay, I'm trying something new here. I don't know. My last video didn't do very well, so I think I'm going to change things up a bit here. So I'm working on a dungeon here. It's called the Surgeon's Collection. And I'm just going to do the lettering here first, just because it's going to be the toughest thing to get done here. Anyway, I think I did a video. There probably is a video of me drawing the mummy. So I've got this all written out. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this thing. If I'm going to put it out somewhere or whatever for download, probably. But I don't know. So I am using a Sharpie this time for this drawing. I've been experimenting with ballpoint. So I discovered this pen a little while ago and I've been drawing a bunch of stuff with it. And so I thought, well, I'm going to try it for a dungeon and see what happens. I've tried a few tests and it looks like it's really good. So I don't really know. I'll need to sorry, trying to concentrate here. Sometimes it's hard to talk and draw at the same time. I wasn't actually going to draw, or I wasn't actually going to draw and talk, but it's I have a whole video that I was going to do. It was going to be sort of the next one, but in line with the idea of civilizations and playing different civilizations, but that video did very, very poorly. So it's a topic that I find really interesting, but apparently not a lot of people do. Some people did, I think. It had some views. A very kind comment from someone. But of all the videos I've made recently, it did very poorly. So I figure what I'll do is I'll just draw. And perhaps that's better. We'll see what happens from there. Because why not? So this is a small sort of size, as you can see. And the reason is because I like making little booklets. And I like making little zines. Like I made my little monster manual. And now I want to make a book of little dungeons. So this is going to be the first one. I don't know if this is more a dungeon. This one's actually kind of, I love this one. This is actually one of my favorite dungeons I've made in a while. So I'm not going to, well, I don't know about that. I want to maybe create the mummy as a monster, not just a mummy like you'd find in the monster manual or something, but like make something kind of unique. And this guy is definitely unique with the scenario that I've got for this mummy. And so as you'll notice, this part I had to do pencil first because I can't just go right in with pen and just draw letters because I'm not that guy. I have to use a pencil. So let's see here. I need now make sure. So what I'm using is one of these Bics, but it's a 1.6 millimeter. It's really big. It's the normal Bics are actually, well, normal Bics, but the other Bics that I'm used to are quite a bit finer. And this has utility as well, but in a different way. But this just makes, oh man, the best messy lines. I love these pens, and they're cheap as hell. So why not, you know? Why not use them? That's what I say. So that's what I'm doing. And it's allowing me to draw in a way that I just absolutely love to draw. And I really love line. I mean, you kind of have to, right, when you draw a lot. And, you know, one of my favorite things is just, you know, messy, glorpy, sloppy lines. And this pen just excels at that. This is kind of funny. I've got the G hanging over my banner a little bit. I think that's kind of fun. It doesn't make much sense, but you know, whatever. Hey, it's fantasy. Anything goes, right? At least I've got a what do you call it? At least I've got a banner, right? So I am going to definitely be loading this up in Procreate to finish it off, and I'm probably going to add color to it. Although in zine form or small book form, because this is just an 8.5 by 11 sheet in half, right? So but I can do some things to this in Procreate that will make it look really, really cool. So I'm definitely going to have to put it into Procreate. Right? So I'll do that. And it'll allow me to correct some things too. I got a little too carried away, and I added color to this because I didn't actually intend to turn it into a dungeon. But I thought, oh, hey, wait a minute, this will look like a cool dungeon. And so as a result, I added color to it, which I wouldn't have added normally this way. I prefer to color, instead of using markers and stuff, I prefer to color in like Photoshop and stuff. Just because, you know, if I screw something up, I can fix it, which I really like that, being able to fix stuff that, you know, my goof ups and stuff. But, you know, that isn't what I did here. Okay, I'm trying to keep it so that you guys can see. So there should be little chunks taken out of the paper. Anybody familiar with my art knows I like to do this. I think it's kind of fun to have the pages kind of torn up. Now you see what I mean about these pens. I don't know if you can see, but it just adds something to the art that I just really love. So I'm gonna go over it all again because I like it to be messy, but I don't really want to use a brush. Oh, okay, I shouldn't have done this. Now I'm realizing I have to draw over the ink and it might smear, which is a thing that these pens are actually pretty prone to smearing because they leave big glorious glops on the paper, which I really like. I like drawing in this format, and I think I'm going to continue drawing in it in this small size. It's kind of a challenge to fit stuff on it, and it's also the right size for a zine, right? It's a zine sheet, so like this makes a great one page of a zine sort of idea. So I think as I get used to this and I evolve to this pen, I'll get better with it too. And so I'm still kind of learning how to do this. I don't normally draw in pen, and so like this drawing, I just sketched it in pen. I mean, to hell with it, right? It was it turned out really well. And then I tried a bunch of other ones, because normally what I do is I do like a pencil. Like you can see on the dungeon here, I've kind of laid out the dungeon, which I have to do that. I mean, I can't just freehand the dungeon. That would be insane. But I had to, so I laid that. But normally I do that also with the art, but I found that actually just winging it really works out. And so, like I say, I've done that with, what? I've done about 5 drawings with it. And they all turned out pretty well. Here, I've got one sitting here like this. I was experimenting with it. So I drew this guy here. It's an alien dude. And then I got the idea, well, hey, why don't I draw some dungeons? This is kind of a larger scale, which I'll probably be doing at some point. But for now, I'm just going to stick with these little small guys. Now I have to remember here, I've got the rooms laid out, what they're going to be. So in this video, if you plan on playing in this dungeon at some point, then you might not want to watch this, because there may end up being spoilers in it. I don't know, maybe not. I mean, I have to explain some stuff, but I don't want to explain too much, because I really like this. I mean, I think it's got some really cool ideas in it. This is almost, it can be a dungeon, but it can also be a location. It can be outside of a town, and then the players kind of interact with it, you know, that kind of thing, which is pretty fun as well. So my microphone, hopefully the sound's okay with this. My microphone, I have a wireless microphone. I just have it hooked to a thing here. I'll show you. I've got it hooked to a hole punch. And it's just sitting on my desk. So I'm hoping as I'm drawing and stuff, it's not transferring too many thumps through it. That's why I ended up getting this this kind of microphone. Wireless was because I wanted to be able to, you know, talk and stuff while I was doing stuff on my desk, and it kept on thumping because it was too connected to the desk. But here I'm back, and then I didn't do any drawings for quite a while, so it didn't really matter. And so a lot of you maybe have subscribed and didn't realize that I draw and stuff, so I don't know. But I mean, I do. So here I am. You're learning about it now. I don't know how many people remember me from Patreon and stuff like that. So that was a long time ago. That was before the pandemic and everything. I just it's been a while. It's actually still up, and I don't know. But my work schedule's such now that there's no way I can produce work like I used to back then. That's what happened. I mean, I just couldn't keep it up. It was impossible. So if you know my style, you know what I usually do with dungeons and stuff, right? And I like to keep the edges kind of, you know, stuff going on and whatever, like messy and whatever. And with the ballpoints, it's really easy to do that. Like, wow, look at that. And I think that, personally, I really like that. I think that looks great. It allows me to sort of emphasize stuff, right? And I know it's a different look, and people don't like difference much, but I've been doing it for a long time, so. I mean, like I say, since like 2014 or something, I've been doing this kind of stuff, drawing dungeons and stuff. So I always have a whole bunch of plans. Oh, I'm going to make a big website. I'm going to do this and that, and they're still in the works. The biggest thing is my work schedule, but I'm looking at retiring sometime. So if that happens, then all of a sudden I can spend way more time on this kind of stuff, which I'd really like to do anyway. So it's one of the reasons I started the YouTube channel, was because I was thinking, hey, I was thinking about retiring and maybe I could have something like a YouTube channel going just to play around with and do stuff. And it's been really fun. But my problem is that I like to talk about things that people don't like to talk about or don't want to hear about or something. I don't know what the problem is, but that seems to be what I do. So thank you everybody that's subscribed and watched and everything. I really appreciate it. But I don't get a lot of views on all my videos and stuff, and I think the reason for that is just, you know, I'm not really talking about stuff people are all that interested in. So, I mean, hell, I'm interested in it, but, you know, so what? And I'm sure some of you are. I mean, people that have liked them and commented. Oh, man, I love all the comments. Thanks you, everybody. If you've commented, thank you so much for that. Like, you wouldn't believe how much I appreciate comments. They're really cool. And I read them all, right? So what I'm doing here is I am now decorating the sides because I'm thinking about this, right? So as I'm talking to you, I'm also thinking, what am I going to do there? So I know how do you talk and whatever, but the thing is I don't actually think in words. I think in pictures. So while I'm talking to you, it's not really interfering with the images that are going through my mind right now. I've got lots of pictures happening about what I am going to do. So this gives me a chance. It's making my sort of my talking brain is sort of engaged. I think of that as my slow brain, if you like. But it's making my slow brain, it's engaging my slow brain so that the brain, my whatever brain, I don't think it's subconscious. I don't actually like the idea of a subconscious. I like psychology and stuff, and I read it and whatever. And my experience is that I don't know. I mean, why not call it a subconscious? But the way that subconscious is presented or has been presented to me, it doesn't quite make a lot of sense. Yeah. All right. So I didn't leave anywhere for statues in this. That was kind of a mistake. Now, I hope this is dry enough for an eraser. I found my eraser. I don't know if you saw my video. I was complaining about not finding my eraser. I didn't have my eraser. Well, I found my eraser. So I've got to go around. I've got to erase all my pencil lines. Otherwise, I end up having to do it in digitally, and I can't stand that. Oh man, it's so annoying. You get all this digital artifacts. And this is a really nice eraser because it's kind of got the consistency of like bubble gum, but it's very gentle on the paper. It doesn't change the texture of the paper when I erase, and it doesn't actually remove ink either. If I'm careful with it. I mean, it can, obviously, if I grind it into the paper or something stupid, but if I'm just gentle, it does a really good job. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, it looks really nice, right? The paint, the pen. I mean, God, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty cool, because these things are cheap. Like, this is like, I don't know, super cheap. These suckers aren't. They're expensive, so... You know, if I'm gonna get views like I get on my YouTube channel, I need to stick to cheap pens. Cheap as I can bloody get, man. It's just funny. Let's see here. Okay, there's a little bit of pencil there. I mean, some pencils, okay. I really like not drawing with pencil, though. But I mean, really, honestly, for layout, you kind of have to, right? You know, like laying out where the borders are going to be and where this or that kind of stuff is going to be. You really need to. All right. So, something I like to do. Everybody seems to expect cross-hatching. I I don't mind cross-hatching. It's okay, but I don't want to do that much of it. So I can just, you know, I've learned that I can get away with just doing that, and then people know what it is. Yeah. I don't know how come that turned into the standard. What happened there? But remember back in the old Dungeons and Dragons days, they used to just black it all out and do all kinds of stuff, right? But now it's got to be, it seems like, cross-hatching all the time, which is kind of a pain in the bum. But on the other hand, I mean, I like it. It's kind of meditative. I'm not going to do a lot of it, though, as you can see. You know, I have to add one of my signature skulls, right? I should actually add a few of them. Should add a little dude in here. Ah, he's dead. I like adding little Easter eggs in my dungeons. It's fun. All right. I actually am loving this format. Oh my god. Little tiny dungeons drawn with pen. Very nice. I mean, they're not going to be as detailed as my other dungeons, but they also don't take as long to draw, which is kind of nice, because now maybe I can, maybe it'll let me, because this one I'm trying an experiment with this. I'm going to actually turn it into a whole adventure, right? So so that'll be fun, because I don't normally do that. I normally just produce maps and then let other people kind of add their, you know, just for your adventures, you come up with the scenario in them and stuff. But you know what? I like coming up with scenarios. So why don't I do it too? And then if you want to use this dungeon for something and you want to change the scenario so it's about something else, I mean, by all means do it, right? That would be really cool. But I have a scenario in mind for this adventure, and like, it's pretty good. I think you might like it too. So the entranceway on this thing, what I'm thinking with it is that, and I'm thinking of doing this with most of these like little mini dungeons that I'm doing now, is that now this is going to be like bookcases along here. And the reason is because this is going to be a, there's tables and stuff and whatever. Because this is a secret passage, right? So don't tell your players that that's there. All right, now I think this was going to be, yeah. So this needs a table in the middle of the room. Like, yeah. Little bits of stuff on it. Maybe there's a stool over here. Maybe there's a chair like that. A little trunk or something over here. Maybe another stool over here. I don't know. Some stuff on the floor. Some more stuff over here. Something over there. Now this needs a great big... Now these are pretty grand. All right, I'm getting distracted now, because I'm starting to realize. Oh, I'm going to try something here. I've got this is a thinner pen, so let's just see. No, see, it doesn't, this is too consistent. I like the blurky, you know? There, coined a new word today. Did you know that was a word, blurky? So, yeah, I like the blurkiness of this. Blurkiness of the pen. All right. Well, normally I would do stuff like that. It's kind of hard with this pen because it kind of does and doesn't work. All right, so Okay, just a minute. I gotta take a break and look at it from a distance. Yeah, it's okay. Now, this guy's a little bit... I don't want to go too dark on the, this guy. But I do need him to stand out a bit. So I'm going to need to darken up. Just increase the line weight a bit, you know? So line weight's just like the thickness of the line. Line weight, this would be a thin line. Well, this would be a thin line. See the difference? This is a thicker line weight, and if I want to thicken it up, I can just go like that. Whereas like you got a pen like this, you can too, but it's, see, it's not quite as good because it's too accurate. But this is a good way just to kind of thicken things up, but it keeps... So the only thing that I find with these pens, and I grew up with these pens because my mom used to write with these all the time. Not these thick ones. I didn't know about them. She always used the other ones. But Bic pens. Yeah, there we go. Stands out a little bit more. I can fix that with color too, right? Alright, so that is one of the tables I needed. Now I need this one. Alright, so this one should have stuff on it too. Maybe a table here. And then it's got some stuff on it. Like, yeah. And maybe a couple of things here. Then it has a couple of pedestals. Like, yay. Now, I know these look like whatchamacallits, you know, pillars, but they're not meant to be. So we'll add another bookcase in here. Maybe this one goes at an angle. It's a fancy one. Some stuff up on top, something here. There's something on the floor here. Something over here. Oh, I was thinking this needs doors. Now these could be double doors because as you can see, like I've got a little skeleton there. Let me add another little skeleton somewhere just so I have a scale reference. Nah, he's good enough. All right, so that would be about human size there, right? Whatever that is. That gives me some kind of scale. So that means these doors, it could either be a great big huge door or it could be double doors. And I really like the idea of double doors. So what I'm going to do is just add double doors. Like, yeah. And then add, there we go, look at that, double doors. And then I think this should actually have double doors as well. Now, it's not really a what do you call it? A fortress, right? So, and then out here, so I'm going to do pillars out here because I didn't leave anywhere for statues, unfortunately. I still have to add some statues because I like drawing statues. We'll have a couple pillars out here. Like, yay. So I'm old school. I still believe in the old dungeon symbols. I think they work great. So what else do I have? Ooh, yes. Alright, so that could be over here behind the... Alright. So I know what this is. This is going to be like a chest there with little monies and stuff. And then maybe... more stuff over here, something over here. All right, so that's occupied. So there's a table there with that. Now I'm thinking what else could, maybe there could be something interesting here, like something like this. What do you think? Yeah, I like that. So in the description, I can talk about what this is. This is a cage, right? It looks sort of like a cage, right? So that's pretty good. So do I want double doors here too? Yeah, definitely. So that is going to be like on an angle here. Double doors there. Ah, double doors everywhere. Everybody gets a double door. Okay. There's the doors there. Does this need doors? Not really. Okay, let's do something else here. Let's add this. What is that? I don't know. Archway, I think. Something like that. So I didn't come up with any traps for this. There should be traps. There should be, but I don't know. It's kind of an insane place. So, all right, what have I got here? I've got that would be. Ooh, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna make this that. Okay, so I can't say what it is, but it's gonna have a big table with stuff on it. There we go. And it's going to have another table over here with stuff on it. And maybe it's got some sacks and stuff over here. I don't know, and some pots. And some stuff over here and something along here. Right? Yeah, just because, you know, you got to have stuff over there, right? So that'll be that. Okay, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so this one, I'm not sure what this one could just be general living. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I am missing one. Alright. Oh, oh, yeah, okay. Oh, no, that's this. Operation Oregon. No, Operation Gallery. Alright, just a minute, I gotta do this. Alright, I've got the gallery done. I've got the operation done. I've got the done. Oh no, that's the prep. Okay. And then that would be the, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So something doubling up somewhere. Oh. See what I've done wrong. All right. I was getting really confused. It's like, how can this be? How can I be? All right. It is kind of funny. I had one room listed twice. That's like, what the heck's going on here? Okay, so this is basically just, I think this could be like, what do you call it? Archway or something, right? Gotta have something different. And then let's have curtains over along here. Let's get this pen working right. All right. Curtains like that. So this will be, we'll have a long table like this. Stuff on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe some kind of big chair over here. So we've got stools and a chair, and then we've got supplies and stuff over here, like yay, right? Big list thing of supplies, maybe some barrels and stuff over here, like yay, you know, some chests along here, like yay. Just general living. No, we don't have a privy anywhere. I always don't put privies in. I guess, like, you know, bathroom. So I guess maybe like they sneak out the front or whatever to go to the bathroom. Outhouse out here. Yeah, sometimes I remember to do it. So I don't think I need to detail these rooms so much. The reason for that will become sort of obvious as you read the adventure, right? So I have to, hopefully this video, I want to put this video out on Sunday. I didn't make any videos for a while just because my daughter and her husband came up, and it was an awesome visit. We hung out for a week, and I just couldn't get around to making a video. And I tried to make some videos ahead of time, but it didn't work out. So I wasn't able to. So now the algorithm's going to hate me again. So I have to convince the algorithm, no, I'm really still making videos and blah, blah. I hate the YouTube algorithm. I really do. It's so irritating. It's like, yeah, no, I'm still making videos, but, you know, because I haven't made anything in a long. But anyway, it was nice. My daughter and son-in-law came and they put all new windows in my house, which was really awesome. I mean, really spectacularly awesome. This room here, I don't like what do you do with all this room? It's a lot of room. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know. This would be hilarious. Okay. I think what I'm going to put here is like a desk, right? And maybe some stuff in the corner. I think there's just going to be a desk there, and you'll know why. Like, what? A desk? You come in and there's a desk? Yes, there's a desk. It actually makes sense. Trust me. I'll never trust somebody that says trust me, but trust me, there's a desk there. But no statues. Man, I like drawing statues. Why didn't I put any place to draw statues? Yeah, it's so annoying. All right. Am I still recording? All right, good. Yeah. I don't know. Now I have to think, where do I put... I was going to put something down there, but I didn't. I mean, yeah, it's kind of fun. Normally I would draw much larger than this and shrink it down a little bit, you know. I don't know about coloring this. Coloring this might be a real pain in the butt, but I'm going to use... I don't know what I'm going to use. I'm either going to use Photoshop or I'm going to use Procreate. I'm not sure which. If I use Procreate, then I should be able to make a video of coloring it, but if I use Photoshop, then I'm not going to. So I'm not sure, so depends where it looks like this video is going to end. Yeah, so if you like my videos, please leave a like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. If this is the end of it, but don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, please. It'd be really nice. Let me just see here. I have to make sure. By M. Steven Joy. I mean, you know. By M. Steven Joy. There we go. See, I'm doing all kinds of new stuff with this. I like it. I like new stuff. Look at that. It's kind of hard to see, though. Right? Can you see my name on there? Yeah, hardly matters. Anyway. So now I'm just gonna doobly-doo the whole thing. If you've watched my other drawings videos, you know what doobly-dooing is. This is doobly-dooing. Just adding stuff, which if I'm going to color this, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to color. I probably will. I don't know. It's like the sun is come. Oh, the sun is up. So I've been at this all night. Well, I actually kind of wrote like a... All right. Yeah, so I have everything set up for this. I did a whole lot of work on exactly what's going on in here and everything. So I'm definitely going to have to bring it into Photoshop and change some stuff. I'm going to add numbers to this. I'm not going to draw the numbers in. I'm going to just add them. And I prefer to do that because if I draw them in, then I can't take them out, which is kind of a thing. All right, so next time I do this, I need to leave more room for my signature. Well, I don't know. I mean, the thing is that if I keep doing this, then people will come to know that I did it anyway, right? So it doesn't really matter. All right, well, hey, thanks for watching and hanging out with me. Maybe there's more to this video, maybe there isn't, I don't know, maybe I'll have to edit this part out. But if I don't edit it out, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll talk to you next time. Take care, bye.